Hello everyone. We have started with some examples based on curve tracing of Cartesian curves. Here my next example is xy square is equal to e square a minus x, right? So here power of y is even throughout, so that means this is symmetric about x-axis, right? And then since the constant, absolute constant, is present in the equation, surely it will not satisfy the condition f of 0 0 is equal to 0, so that's why it doesn't passes through origin, right? Then the next thing we are going to verify is the intersection with coordinate axis, right? To find out with x-axis, you are going to substitute y is equal to 0 in the given curve. So let's see what you have here. So when you substitute y is equal to 0, left hand side becomes 0. So you have e minus x is equal to 0. So x is equal to a. So therefore a comma 0 is the point of intersection, is the point of intersection with x-axis, right? Then next thing we want to find out is the intersection with y-axis. So for that you need to substitute x is equal to 0 in the given equation. Now note that when you substitute x is equal to 0 in the given equation, you get a cube is equal to 0. So what it doesn't mean anything, because if a itself is 0, then the curve is just x into y square. It cannot be 0, right? Clearly. So this case is not possible, right? Now note that since I got this point a comma 0 in the intersection, so straight away I need to figure out what is the tangent at point a comma 0. So for that, let's start with the given equation, that is, let's take y square is equal to a square into a minus x divided by x. You need to find out dy by dx, that is differentiating this equation with respect to x, and evaluate the derivative at point a comma 0, and depending on whether it is infinity or 0 or greater than 0 or less than 0, we are going to decide the tangent, right? So differentiate this, differentiate with respect to x, right? So what you have, 2y dy by dx, you need to apply uv rule here. A square is anyway constant, take it outside. So what is it? This is x square and x as it is into minus 1 minus 2x into e minus x, right? So what is dy by dx? Dy by dx is equal to a square. I'll write down this, no need to simplify this. X square into this 2y minus x minus 2x a minus x. Now note that we are going to evaluate dy by dx at a point a comma 0. Since y is 0, straight away this thing tends towards infinity. So since this is tending towards infinity, tangent at a comma 0, this is parallel to y-axis, right? The criteria which we have seen earlier, right? So since it is the derivative is tending towards infinity, a tangent line at a comma 0 is parallel to y-axis, right? So we are done with the intersection part now, correct? Now let's go to asymptote part. Now note that to find out asymptote parallel to x-axis, you need coefficient of highest degree term of x and equate it equal to 0, right? So what you are going to do is the coefficient of highest degree term take it equal to 0, Now here the highest degree term of x is only, right, 1 only. So you need to consider the coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x here? That is y square. When you shift this to this side, it is multiplied by a square, so plus a square, and equal to 0. So it is equal to y square is equal to minus a square, right? Square cannot be negative, so this thing is not possible. So there is no asymptote parallel to x-axis, right? No asymptote parallel to x-axis, right? Next thing we need to figure out is the asymptote parallel to y-axis. For that I need a coefficient of highest degree term in y, which is y square. Coefficient of it is x, right? So let's take coefficient here in x, right? Coefficient of highest degree term in y is equal to 0. Highest degree term is y square, its coefficient is x, take it equal to 0. So x is equal to 0, so that means y axis is the asymptote parallel to y axis, right? So y axis is the asymptote. Once you get asymptote, go to decide region of absence, right? So decide region of absence, clearly when x is equal to 0, it tends towards infinity. Yes, so x cannot be equal to 0, right? So that's why I'm getting here the asymptote part, right? So let's go to next part, when this become negative, right? Now it totally depends on this term, correct? When x is, so two things we are going to consider here. Surely when x is negative, less than 0, so in that case this is going to be positive, because of this x the whole term is going to be negative. So y square is also negative, y imaginary. So this part is absent, right? Then when a is less than x, in that case also this is going to be negative, right? Because when a is less than x, so in that case this is bigger part, so that this term is negative, so this results in the whole term in negative part, right? So when x is greater than a, again y square is negative, again y is imaginary in that case, so we are not going to involve this part also, right? Now let's try to trace it. X-axis, y-axis, origin, right? X is less than 0, area is absent. X is greater than 0, a, area is absent, right? X is equal to this area is absent, right? And one more thing we have figured out, that at a comma 0, this is the a point, the tangent is parallel to y-axis. So this is the tangent line, agree? Tangent is coming parallel to y-axis, so that means the curve must touch the tangent at a comma 0, right? It should be like this, but y-axis is asymptote, so this curve when you continue, it cannot touch y-axis, it is asymptote, so you need to draw it like this, right? Similarly this thing you need to draw it like this, it cannot touch y-axis, right? And it will not go beyond as well, because this is the area of absence, this is the area of absence, and y-axis is your asymptote. Correct? So that's it, right? And here you can just note that when you increase x from 0 to a, y is decreasing, right? You can verify this because see how to verify this by just taking some values, right? Set of values, whether your curve is correct or not, you can verify, right? Say let's assume a is 3, right? And let's take x is equal to 1. When x is equal to 1, see when you substitute a is equal to 3, so this is going to be 9 into 3 minus 1 and divided by 1, right? So which is 18. So y is square root of 18, which is 4 point something, right? When you take x is equal to 2, y square is 9 into 3 minus 2 divided by 2, so which is 4.5. And so what is y? Square root of 4.5, surely less than this, it will be 2 point something, right? And when you consider x is equal to 3, so y square is 0 straight away, right? Surely this thing is less than this. So as you increase x, y is dropping, right? So you can just verify from this graph that y is dropping here, correct? At point A it becomes 0. A I am considering 3 here, so at 3 point this is becoming 0, right? So this is just a verification part, okay? And that's it.